Hello again. Uh, I heard a lot of complaint about me talking about my past. Some people say, well, she talk about this a lot. She talk about her past a lot. I heard about this a lot. Listen, when I record on social media, like I said before, I don't record for attention. I don't record for people to see me. I record what hurt me. Okay, let me tell you why I talk about my past a lot. It's because I live in a society that don't believe in moving on. And as a matter of fact, basically anything that keep going on and on and on and on and on, it's not been past it. It's still present. I don't know if you guys, some of you may don't go to school, some of you may don't know what past means. Past tense is something that happened, but you don't live on it. You can everybody remember the past, but you don't let that stalk you. Okay, you don't live on it. But what you guys done to me is that y'all brought me back to my past though. Some guy claim that the reason people lie about me is because my father lie about me. Or if your father lie about you, your own family lie about you, who's not going to, everybody will lie about you. Please, leave my father out of it. Leave my father out of it because he died. He no longer alive. My father dead. Okay? And please, make sense. My father was my father. He invested in me. Even my father died, he still live in me. His part is living me. I am my father in another body. My father invests in me. He invests in me. He spent on me. About my father, listen, my father used me as a daughter, right? About you, anybody that want to use to make money, about you, use your daughter. Use your family to make money of them. My father didn't use somebody's child. He used his own child to lie about. He didn't go out and pick up any child out there and lie about them. He used his own child. He used me. I am his daughter. The same way my father used me, anybody that see that interested, you can use your own daughter. I am my father's business. Okay, remember he didn't do that to somebody else's child. He do that to his child, which anybody would be quiet about it because a lot of people said that was his father, that was her father, or that was her son, or that was his daughter, whatever. I cannot see a mother beat his kid and then I'm gonna beat her up too. Because I remember I caught a bus. When I caught that bus and I saw a mother, she was upset at her kids. She bumped her so bad. And the child is crying. that still don't give no society right to do the same thing to her. Okay, you cannot punch somebody kid just cause her mother or his mother punch her. About that. And let me tell you why I talk about my past again. You guys treat me based on my past. I cannot move on from it because you guys use that against me like a weapon. That means it's still going on. It's not past no more. That's the same problem African American people have. That's the same thing Africans, American people have with white people. This is why when they talk, they say, because I'm black. Okay, why they say that? I don't judge people. When I don't understand something, I ask you. A lot of time I spoke to a lot of African American, a lot of white people, because I'm a foreigner. I never got nobody that explained me about racism anyway. When I talk to them, you know what they told me? They say race is still going on. This is why they cannot let go on it. Race is still going on. Even white people, they admit it. White people admit it, race is still going on. So every time you see something still going on, when you see still going on, listen, with my lips, when you heard that, it's still going on, it's not past, it's present. Past been past. Nobody can live on it. But if you find a way to live on your past, it's not the past no more. It's present. Because you still live on it. Okay? As a matter of fact, you know why I speak on Facebook or I speak on social media? Do you know why? The reason I spoke on social media that much, I remember there's a white lady. Every time people do illegal stuff to me, it was back 2000, 2001, 2002. And people kept record me. They kept videotape me. They don't ask me for my consent. And then I remember that white lady came to me. She said, how do you feel? When I'm looking at you, I see you got something in your mind. She said, you don't have any Facebook account? I said, no. I don't like social media. I don't like to talk on social media. She said, maybe you need to let the people know how you feel. They cannot do that to you. They treat you really bad. And then I told her, okay, I must see how things going on, if any changing. Okay, if I don't see any changing, I'm gonna start to talk about it. Okay? So now I spoke about it because nobody want to stop. Let me tell you another story about me. I got Metro PCSY. So I remember I changed my number. When I changed my number, and I call somebody that I know, and some guy answered the phone. He said hello, and I said hello. And I said, may I speak to such and such? The guy said, no, you call the government. I was like, government? What are you talking about? And he said, that's the right number you call? I said, yeah. I said, I just call a friend of mine. Now he told me, no, you call government. And then he smiled. He laughing, and then he said, okay, I may talk to them to let your staff private. I may tell them to let your staff private. That's mean I never, when I got the phone from Metro PCS, I never did have my privacy on the phone. Okay? Nobody asked me my concern. You know why I talk about my past? It's not been past because it's still going on. It's still going on. If you cannot hear me talking, complain, you don't want to hear my mouth runs about my past, you don't treat me based on my past. About that. You don't try to block my way based on my past. And you won't hear me talking about it. I've been molested. How many times people heard me talking about my molestation? Nobody brought that to me, so I'm okay. You heard me complain about things happened to me in my past, but you don't heard me to complain about my molestation. Because nobody ever came to me and say stuff or treat me bad based on this. I still remember that, but I don't talk about it a lot. If you don't want me runs my mouth about my past, everybody move on. It's like a scar I got. Every time you touch the scar, it hurt me. Now I got to talk about it. I cannot heal from it if people kept bringing it to me. But if everybody move on, nobody treat me based on it, I will be healed. You won't heard me complain about it. You won't heard me come on Facebook and talking about my past. You won't heard it a lot. The reason you heard it a lot is because you use it against me. And then after that, your guys think I'm stupid and say, oh, she talk about this a lot. About you when this a lot. About that. About you, the society, when my past a lot. Don't come to me and say, I talking about my past a lot. About you, the society, give me a chance to live in peace. Stop bringing my past in my present. Stop make me live the time again, all over again. Stop standing on my way. I don't need nobody to tell me how can I live my life. How I should run my life. This is my life. I got a bunch of people live my life for me. They decide for me. The way I respect people, I don't have that respect back. Let me tell you how I respect people. If I live in a place, I don't rent the whole place. If I rent a room, I cannot do anything without asking the owner. That's how I respect people. I think it's really disrespectful to do anything without ask the owner. The way I do, I like to ask people permission. You don't see me talking to people, record people. Why do I have to do that for? But when people talk to me, they record me. How would you feel about that? They make you live the time all over again. This is why I'm talking about my past. But if I live in a society that believe in moving on, I will be healed from my past. I can remember it, but I will be healed from it. You won't hear me to complain about my past a lot. People treat me unkind just because of my past. Are you kidding me? Now you don't want me to talk about my past. It's not, as a matter of fact, it's not past no more. It's still present. You guys make no sense. When I say you guys make no sense, you don't make no sense. And nobody asked me for my permission to do anything. Anything about me, I think people should ask me my permission. Nobody asked me permission. Nobody asked me for consent. Only one time I remember, back 2016, I believe I looking for a place to live, and I saw a number that said they got room, they got apartment. And when I called the lady, she told me I can come to talk to her. She's African American. And then she told me, what's your name? I said, Elena. And then she told me that, listen, Elena, let me ask you for your permission, for your permission. I said, what is it? She said, a lot of time, room is different from apartment. And I said, yes. She said, okay. First of all, my place got camera on it. You know why I did that? I said, why? She said, because some people, they do drugs. Okay, some of them do crazy activity. I want to know what's going on in my place. But I ask you if you agree with that. If you're not giving any consent, you can take apartment. But the room, I got family live there. I usually want to control my place. But if you want to take apartment, yes, you will get your whole privacy. I said, well, I don't have money for apartment. And then she said, okay, I just asked you for your consent in front. I mean, 2 times. That happened 2 times. I got another African American guy, and somebody used about to pay a room for me. The person told him to do something like illegal thing. The guy said no. What he told me to do, I won't do it, Elena. If you have a job, you can always come, and I will rent you my room. But your friend, that guy you call the friend, he told me to do something that's not legal. And this is why I cut my friend. I cut him off. The other guy that told the landlord to do crazy thing, the landlord said, I'm gonna be straight with you. He told me to do a crazy thing, and what he told me to do is not even guaranteed. And I love the guy for that. That happened 2 times. After that, most people that want to do crazy thing, they never ask me for my consent. A lot of people, they use me to make money. They copyright me to make money. They record me to make money. About you, work your ass up. You don't got to use me to make money. My father used me. That's my father. He didn't do that to other kids, like I said before. He do that to his own daughter. Where the society have to be quiet. Where the society cannot say shit. But use somebody else's daughter to make money of. About you use your own daughter. About you use your own son. about to do that. I cannot see somebody kick her kid, a mother kick her kid. Now I'm gonna kick him too because her mother done that too. Oh, her mother done it. Her mother abused her. Let me abuse her. No, that's family things. Guess what? I used to get an ex that record me. My father got upset. He forgot if he done it too. But listen. Listen to yourself. Parents can do anything and they got excuse. As a stranger, you don't got any excuse. Anybody will say, well, that's her father. Well, that's her mother. But as a stranger, you kick somebody kids, you use somebody kid, you abuse somebody kids, hey, you will get trouble. People are gonna be on your ass. About to use your own daughter. Use your daughter. You don't have family? People that talk about my father done this, my family done that. Okay. About you guys you don't have family, you can do the same thing to your family. Why it got to be me? It don't got to be me. You got cousin, you got nephew, you got daughter, you got son. You use one of them to make money off them. Or you can walk your ass up. You walk your ass up. And you're gonna make money. You're gonna make money on the side, do YouTube. Without copyright somebody. And this is why I talk about my past. If you feel hurt, if you feel irritated, if you cannot hear it, now you move on. And I'm gonna move on. That means we're gonna move on. You cannot hate on African American people because they said they're still talking about racists. They believe racism is still going on. This is why they cannot move on. You cannot move on something that keep going on and on and on and on and on and on. Never stop. You will move on when whoever that try to control you understand you are a human being and said, give her some peace. Give her some peace. Now you will be able to move on. If people kept dig over and over, how can you move from your past? Tell me. Stop being hypocrite. It is what it is. If you don't want me runs my mouth about my past, you don't want to hear my complaint, please leave me alone. Let me be. You don't need to record me to make money. You can use your own family to do that. My father used his kid. I'm his business. He died. Let me tell you, my father died. Anybody that looking at me, they look, oh, wow. She looked like her father. That's mean he still live. I'm my father in another body. My father still live in me. I am his blood. I am his sperm. I want the society to understand that. I cannot abuse somebody's kids just because her mother do that. And guess what? Even her mother gonna beat you up. They will be upset. She will forget if she used to do that to their kids. People, please be real. Anybody that had problem with me complain about my past, you move on and I move on. I got a score. You kept touching the score. This is why I complain about my past a lot. If the society would give me a chance to live in peace, something happened, everybody do got a past. How would you feel if somebody do that to you? How would you feel if somebody treat you based on your past? That's the same point African American people got, baby. This is why they said racism is still going on. They cannot move on. That's why when they're talking about white people a lot. Please give me a chance to live my life. I cannot live in peace. People kept doing a crazy thing to me. They don't ask me for my consent. Do you ask me for my consent? No. I'm talking to somebody on the phone, you record. What are you record for? You record that to make money on? Why I'm so interested? Your life is too boring, right? All I ask people, please, you got your life. You runs your life, let me runs my life. You runs your life, let me runs my life. You don't have life? Are you a zombie? Every human being that live, they got a life. If I can see you, you can go to work, you got a life. You runs your life, let me live my life. Let me runs it. Don't ask me for if I don't ask nobody for your opinion, please keep it to yourself. And stop saying I'm talking about my past. Stop saying that. You cannot tell me how should I feel. I know how I feel. I know my feeling. Whoever that think I'm talking about my past a lot, please. Why don't you move on and then I will move on? The society need to move on and then after you move on, I will move on. It is what it is. When people treat me like a child when I'm an adult. When people come in my property, I am myself property. Every time you record me without my consent, that's hurt. It is what it is. Thank you.